Yo, Miles, don't be disrespectful. Don't be disrespectful. Guys, we just wrapped UFC 314 from Miami. This boy Miles is getting out of control, man. Mo Salah resigns to Liverpool, and this dude is starting to act crazy again. Boy, what a big night for Miami, Florida. Let's start with Alexander Volkanovski. Obviously, he is once again the featherweight champion of the world. I mean, this guy. Thank you, bro. Thank you, boy. Thank you, boys. Yes. Hey, Alexander Volkanovski turned back the clock. Alexander Volkanovski made history on so many different levels tonight. One, he was the first fighter over 35 at 155 or below to become a world champion again. He got the job done. Alexander Volkanovski truly is amazing. Was able to win a fight by decision and really did dominate the fight. Hold on a second. Come here, boy. Come here. Congratulations, kid. Look at this. Guys, look. Aaron Pico just showed up.
How's it going?
The brand new signing. Excited, man?
I'm really excited.
Yeah.
I got my work cut out for me, so.
Congratulations, man. Long time coming. You like the fight?
I did.
It was tremendous. Yeah. What a night. All right, champ. I'll see you soon. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Back to Alexander Volkanovski. So, Volk did an amazing job controlling the fight against the Diego Lopes, managing all the risk, all the dangers that comes with fighting someone at that level. You know, Alexander Volkanovski had so many questions to answer as he went into the octagon tonight. Could he take the punches of Lopes? How would he recover after losing the last 3 fights? How would he recover after being knocked out in the last 2 fights? There were so many questions and so many things stacked against this man. And once again, he was able to not only overcome, I thought that he fought a vintage fight. And there was some, oh, you're being favoritism to Volk and da-da. I thought it was a pretty easy fight to score. I thought it was 4-1 Volkanovski. I thought that Lopes won round 4 in that fight. Outside of that, I thought Alexander Volkanovski was pretty dominant in the fight. You know, he said adversity is a privilege. To me, that is so true and telling, and speaks to how special he is. Because I'm sure there were some really dark nights for Alexander Volkanovski when he was away, right? A year. He got knocked out. He doesn't know when he's going to fight again. And then when he started to get that itch, like he said in the interview earlier in the week, he didn't get the call. Well, he finally got the call tonight, and he got the job done against Diego Lopes. Diego Lopes, to his credit, I think his machismo and his toughness got a little bit the best of him. Because in the exchanges, Volk would hit him and he would say, okay, let's go, and want to fight more, but he wasn't moving his head. So while he wasn't moving his head, Alexander Volkanovski was scoring. He was scoring. And ultimately, that's a real problem. And I think that did cost Diego Lopes, but he fought 5 rounds, and he fought 5 rounds effectively. I thought he showed a lot of heart, a lot of will and determination. And I think the questions, is he a 5 rounds fighter? Is he a main event guy, was answered, and answered great by Diego Lopes. So I don't know that he has much to hang his head over, especially considering he's only been in the UFC for a little less than 2 years. Co-main event, Paddy Pimblett fought Michael Chandler. Guys, I gotta get my water. It's been a super long day here. God, Paddy Pimblett is actually really good. You know, every time we get one of these European guys that come to the UFC and they have all this hype that comes with them, we as Americans, we almost wait for them to get humbled. We almost know that there will be a time where they get in over their head and they won't be able to handle whatever is sent in their direction. We thought it was going to be King Green. He submits him in a round after hurting him with a punch. Tonight was supposed to be the night that he would have the toughest challenge of his career in Michael Chandler. Not only was it not the toughest challenge of his career, I would say it was his best performance and his most convincing win in the UFC. So many people hold on to the Jared Gordon fight and say, well, if Jared Gordon can fight him in the way that he did, I know I can beat Paddy Pimblett. But he keeps improving. He's big for the weight class. He has super high level grappling. His striking. Now, this is where I think people get confused. Conor McGregor was the last guy we had that had this type of hype when he got here. But Conor McGregor looked like a finished product. Paddy Pimblett at times hangs his chin up in the air when he throws punches. Paddy Pimblett may back up and throw at the same time. Paddy Pimblett doesn't look like he is as refined as Conor McGregor was, so he may not seem as ready. But that's false. It works for him. All those punches, he's now pressuring guys, and his confidence is raising more and more. And that only makes him more dangerous. He was able to take Chandler down. He was able to beat him up in the grappling. And he honestly won the striking against Michael Chandler. I find it hard to find moments where Michael had much success in that fight. And that said, we spoke about not being able to lose to the next generation of guy. Not only did he lose to the next generation of guy, he got dominated by the next generation of guy. And that's very telling for Michael Chandler. That knee that landed split Mike open so bad. It's hard to watch when a guy you consider a friend starts to get beat up in that way. So hats off to Mike for his courage, and hopefully he recovers very quickly. Yair Rodriguez beat Patricio Pitbull. You know, Yair Rodriguez is one of the best featherweights in the world, and he has been for a long time. I think Pitbull started way too slow, and he fought Yair at kick range, and ultimately that cost him. He may be better the next time he steps in the octagon, but I did not think that we saw the best Patricio Pitbull tonight. I think he can be a lot better. John Silva, Bryce Mitchell had a lot of bad blood on it, but John Silva fought amazing. Yo, this guy really is a problem. His striking, his confidence. I said to Rogan and those guys when he walked back there, how do they have that much fun going into a fight? Granted, I love my job and I love fighting. I never felt that happy when it was time to compete. I liked it, but I was never smiling like John Silva. I was never barking like John Silva. John Silva is really having the time of his life when he gets the opportunity to fight. And tonight he submits Bryce Mitchell. And honestly, he just kind of dominated. A lot of bad blood. When you talk the talk like he did, you got to back it up. And John Silva backed it up. Dominic Reyes, congratulations, man. You are back. Knocks out Nikita Krylov in the very first round. Dan Ige with a stoppage victory over Woodson's first name? Dan Ige got a victory over Sean Woodson. Dan Ige got a stoppage victory. It was a horrible stoppage. Granted, I thought Sean Woodson might have been winning the fight or was very close. Come to find out, the judges had it all for Dan Ige. So even though the stoppage may not have affected the result as much, it still was a really, really bad stoppage. These guys got to do a little better. Especially when we saw one earlier where we saw a guy take far too many strikes before they stopped him. Chase Hooper with another victory. Vina Janjadova, Julian DeRosa. But Darren Elkins, I think, needs to walk away from the game. Olaf Shazek finishes Cedricus Dumas. Asuma Darju with a victory. Tulio and Gore was tremendous. That was probably my favorite fight of the night. Once again, Miami delivers. UFC 314 was a fantastic fight card. I am so blessed and lucky to be able to do this for a job. Congratulations to Alexander Volkanovski on once again becoming the UFC featherweight champion. And guys, thank you for supporting me. Hey, Miami was great. It's time to go home. Back to Cali I go, and I could not be happy. So until next time, guys, like, subscribe, tell your friend to tell their friends that DC's got a YouTube channel. and I'm doing stuff like this. I mean, octagon side. Nobody else is giving it to you like that. Right next to the cage after the pay-per-views. So for the rest of my team, Miles and these guys, Miles is now a reoccurring character in our show. We're going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
DC.